Okay. I'm good.
We're live again?
Mm-hmm.
All right. See if I got another notification. There we go.
Do you have to do your intro again?
I'm gonna reshare.
I'll do the
these
intro
links.
again for the upload later. All right. Oh yeah, let me do the same thing.
Come on, load you.
Yes. Change the view, Demi, to just a wide angle.
Sorry. Oh.
Change the view, like the camera angle. Change
Yeah.
it. Oh, it's not working.
I'm getting the signs. Explanation marks. We're gonna have to do it manually.
No. Javon, they're on. We're live.
The same link or different link?
No, it's a new link. Just go again. But I'm saying there's people on there right now, so just talk to them.
Oh. Is there really?
They're commenting.
What? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get the chat up. My phone is not loading.
That's what I have to do every time.
T-Mobile trash.
Yay. Okay. We're back, y'all.
Trash, T-Mobile. Trash.
We back. Thank you for sticking with us and joining us again, following us over to another live stream.
There we go.
When I move, you move. We moved over to another live stream. They came right over. Thank you.
What? What are you talking about? Type on the keyboard some more. I like that sound.
Oh, can you hear the typing all the way from over there?
I don't know.
All right. Now this will be our secret for those of you watching live, but we're gonna pretend like none of that ever happened. So when I upload the video later, be buttery smooth. So let's do this again. You ready?
Yeah.
I am G,
I am Javon. Still.
and this
Is
Console Babble. Yes. This is the first time we've done that today. And today, we're going to do, as usual, jump into the releases of the week. So here are the games you have to look forward to this week. Let me pull up my notes here. We have, starting with Endling. Extinction is Forever. Go ahead and hit play on that trailer. We're going to speed through these. If one of these looks interesting to you, you can mute this. Yeah, just mute them as we play them. If any of these look interesting to you, then look them up, look up the trailer. You'll know they're coming out. There's a lot of releases, so we don't have time to stop and talk about each game. So we're going to get through these pretty quickly. So Endling Extinction is Forever. This is coming out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S. So this is a game only for the next gen consoles, or not next gen, but current gen. When do you stop saying next gen?
You know, I don't think we can stopped saying it yet because they're still developing for the older consoles.
So you still call it next gen?
Or
Or do you call it current gen?
I call it whatever.
I call it PS5.
Yeah, I call it you ain't got it.
All right, How to Say Goodbye. This is the next game. Oh, by the way, Endling Extinction, that comes out November 3rd. What's today?
Which will be Wednesday. Actually, no, Thursday.
Thursday.
Because November 1st is Tuesday.
Yeah, so there's no more games coming out until usually it's something Monday and Tuesday and so on. All right, so the first game of this week is going to be on a Thursday. Okay. All right, so that's on the 3rd. Also on Thursday, we have How to Say Goodbye. That's what you have playing here. How to Say Goodbye. This looks like a puzzle game. This will be coming out on Switch, on the PC, on the Mac, and iOS and Android. So it does look like a mobile game. It looks like it'd be pretty easy to port this over to a phone. But this is called How to Say Goodbye. It's a puzzle game coming out for the mentioned
I don't need
platforms.
to play this
Yeah.
to know how to do that.
The Chant. The Chant is also coming out November 3rd. You can mute this one as well. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and coming out for PC. What were you about to say?
I was going to say I like this one because it looked creepy. Even though,
the graphics are actually pretty decent.
I play horror games, but I have a historic record of not finishing them because
They get too scary?
I'm a big sissy.
Did you finish Dead Space?
I did, but I only finished it because somebody would come over, and when they would come over, like, "Hey, you want to watch me play Dead Space?" And I play it, and I turn all the lights on. And
Okay. This does look pretty interesting. The graphics are pretty decent. Not really next gen graphics. What is this coming out on? PS5 and Xbox. Okay, it looks interesting though.
It's a AA game, not triple A.
Yeah, AA. Entropy Center. The Entropy Center. This is coming out also on the 3rd. There's a lot of games coming out Thursday. This is coming out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC, and PC.
Oh,
Next we got WRC Generations.
classic.
Is it?
Well, I mean,
I've never heard of this.
they make games all the time, rally racing games.
Oh, did they make the game that's called Rally? What is it called? Rally Racer?
No.
Okay.
WRC is its own thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, it looks good.
Just like that game.
Wait, what are we watching? This looks like
That's it.
like actual footage. That's from the game.
Yeah.
Even the guys, the cockpit view was from the game.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's pretty good. Are they like a Gran Turismo, like simulator type thing?
Yeah, but with rally racing.
I see.
'Cause you know how Gran Turismo has rally and everything else.
Yeah, tracks and
Yeah. But
Double.
WRC is just all about dirt racing, snow racing, all that stuff.
The graphics are really impressive because I feel like I'm just watching footage. Anyway, that is coming out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. So this will be available for the previous gen. Next we have Demon Throttle. This is coming out on November 4th.
Has an interesting premise too.
Yeah, you got to go watch the trailer. Looks very much like a NES or a Super Nintendo game, especially these. These look like the boss fights from Link to the Past. But yeah, this is coming out for the Switch, and this will be available on Friday. The rest of these games are coming out Friday. So next we have Harvestella. Also, the rest of these games are coming out on the Switch. Harvestella is also coming out on Friday. This will be available for the Switch and the PC. So this will also be available on PC.
Yeah. So if you ever wanted to grow a garden with your favorite waifu, Harvestella's for you. If you like anime and growing things.
It seems like a crossover between like anime and Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
All right. Then the last game coming out is, it's new to the Switch. This is It Takes Two. I think they announced this at a Nintendo Direct a few months ago. We covered it here on the show, and now it's finally coming out this Friday. So if you haven't had a chance to play it, or if you just want to play it again mobily, It's coming out on the Switch this Friday.
And it's a great game because it won Game of the Year last year. It wasn't on the Switch last year, but it won Game of the Year.
Okay. So if you just play the Switch exclusively and you've been waiting for this, here you go. I should go back and finish this. I have it on the PS5. That's all. That's all for the games of this week. Oh, actually, we got one more tab. We got the Xbox Gold. So you got 2 games for the month of November. November 1st, you got, which is this week. What is that?
Praetorians.
An
HD remaster.
And you got Dead End Job.
I have no idea what either of these games are.
Scroll down. Okay, yeah, it's just descriptions of the game. So yeah, we got one coming out November 1st. The other one is Dead End Job is what? November 16th. Which is not this week, but whatever. We'll mention it since it's...
I gotta ask too for the chat. Do any of y'all play Xbox? I'm just curious. I know Dowsel don't play Xbox, so he's PC exclusive. But and I know Keem don't. So that just leaves I Am Him and Z Murder. And whoever else watches the video afterwards. Do you play Xbox or are you just like specifically PlayStation, which is what we mostly cover? But what's your console of choice?
Let us know in the chat.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and let's do our trivia game next. Let's go ahead to the trivia. Everybody go to joinmyquiz.com. We'll do this and then we'll get into our topics. Let me see. I heard some people said this segment of the show was not as engaging. So I'm going to try to make it more engaging. I'm going to raise the stakes this week. And let's see if we can make it a little more engaging. First, I'm going to join. Let's see. Join my quiz. It's on my history now. I don't even have to type it in. We've been through this so many times.
Okay.
572 438. Join a game. I will be GT Solid. Start. All right. I'm the first one in as usual. All right, everybody join. Okay, while everyone's joining, PS4, PS4, PS4. Oh, I'm sorry, I Am Him. He's one of the ones who have not been able to get a PS5. All right, Javon, here we go. Move this this cup out of the way. Let me explain to you what's going on this week. So we have here that's for you, and this is for me. So there's something under here, and every time you get, are you listening?
I'm trying to, but I'm also trying to join this quiz.
All right, well, go ahead and type in the number. What takes so long? Join a game.
I hit it. Look what it's saying. It's saying it can't join. There we go.
Okay. All right, here we go.
This must be what I Am Him goes through.
Maybe. It's probably an Android thing because I've never had that happen.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know I Am Him. I bet you he has an Android, though, because he can't get in.
We Samsung knights. Unable to retrieve game. Oh, God. I'm going to try again. All right, so what were you saying about the bowls?
All right, so we're going to play the game. For every question you get wrong, you have to eat one of these.
Do I just reach my hand in there?
You'll get to see what it is.
Oh,
Let's make sure you join first.
Oh, there it is.
Metallic King said he has so he does have an Android, see?
All right, I'm in there.
You're in? Maybe that's why it takes so long. It's not because people, I thought it was just people figuring it out every time. So they're probably there putting in the number and it's just not letting them in. Just keep trying. What did you do differently, Javon? How did you get in?
I just kept hitting join with the code.
Okay. Just keep trying. There is no link. You just type in joinmyquiz.com. I don't think YouTube lets you put links in the comment section. Joinmyquiz.com. You know what? I should just put the link in the description. I can go through this every week. I don't know why I haven't thought of that. Joinmyquiz.com. See if you could click on that. Hey, are you able to add joinmyquiz.com to the description? Don't. There we go. Metalliceem can enjoy that typing sound while we wait. So you're able to?
I put it in. I don't know. Can you check it?
Yeah, I'll see.
Okay. We got two peoples in here. Keem is in, and somebody named themselves Nerdmans.
Okay. Metalliceem. All right.
Gosh, I don't like when you guys use different names. It's confusing.
All right. Now that everybody's in, and I know everyone's listening, I'm gonna repeat this one more time. We're gonna go through the questions, Javon. We're gonna go through the questions, and every time you get one wrong, you'll have to eat one of these. So here you go. This is what. Just some olives.
Oh. I quit.
I know it's all right. You know this stuff, right? You're not gonna get any wrong. And then I got something too. It's not just you. So if I get a question wrong, I'll have to eat a Cheez-It.
That's not fair. That's totally not fair. You know I hate olives.
I hate Cheez-Its. Everyone knows I don't
Why
like.
are you snacking on them?
Don't worry about that. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get started. Go ahead, we can get started.
If I die on this air.
Just don't get them wrong. So, you got something at stake here. Now you got to, pay attention and actually try. And I made it easier. I made it multiple choice. All right, PlayStation was first designed as a companion to this gaming console.
Wait, where's the multiple choices?
What do you mean?
I thought you said it was multiple choice.
Yeah, where's it?
Oh, never mind.
Everyone else submitted.
Okay, I got it.
All right, let's see. All done. Correct? All right. Hey. Were we the only ones who said Dreamcast?
Dreamcast?
All right. Well, we're the hosts of the show. It makes sense. We should know our stuff.
Hey,
All right,
whoever
let's go to the
selected
next
Dreamcast,
question.
I want you to reach through my phone and eat these olives.
All right, go ahead. We can go to the next question. We'll just go immediately. Let's see. Next question. When did the PlayStation first hit store shelves in Japan?
Oh, Japan. Ah, crap.
Yeah.
I know this one.
I have a T-shirt with this year on it, so I hope that was the Japanese release date. Because that's the year I have. That's the only year I know. All right. Let's see.
Oh God, I'm safe. Oh, man.
Oh, man, there's 5 olives. So what are we going to do with these?
Man, I'm dreading these olives, man.
Hey, let me know in the comment section if you guys like olives.
I don't want to eat not near one of these.
Metalliceem don't like them. This is a true or false. We got a 50-50 chance.
All right.
PS3 was the most expensive of the 7th generation consoles when it was released.
I would. I know it was expensive when I remember seeing how much it was when it came out.
But was it the most expensive that year?
I feel like it was.
Yeah.
I feel like it was because 360 wasn't nowhere near as much as the PS3.
And the Wii definitely wasn't.
Woo, I got it right. Woo.
All right.
Oh, 2 more and I'm olive
Man,
free.
I need to put some hard questions in here so you can eat an olive.
I'm not eating no olives.
All right. Let's see. What is our... What was the first PlayStation console to allow online gaming?
Oh boy. Ooh, this is a tricky one.
These are all PlayStation related, by the way. I made sure all these questions were PlayStation related. So if you know your PlayStation history, you should do okay.
Well, I am him said he'll eat the olives. Please, sir, please take my place. Even though I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, you got it right. I was hoping you. I thought you were gonna pick PS3 for that one.
Come on now, I know my PlayStation history.
Yeah. See, look, a couple of people said PS3. PS2, you could play online, but it was up to the game developer to create the interface and the servers and everything. PS3
Not
added
only that,
PlayStation Network.
Not only that, do not forget you had to buy a separate network adapter to attach to the PS2 in order to even do that.
Yeah, so it wasn't known for online
Yeah.
gaming, but it was an option. It was possible. All right, go ahead. Let's get to the next question.
Oh man.
What is this last one gonna be?
Yeah, what's this last one? It's gonna be something crazy.
What was the
my
best-selling
gosh.
PS2 game of all time?
Oh, this is easy. Come on now.
Is it?
Stop playing with my emotions.
It can't just be the one that you like.
Oh, it ain't even the one I like. It's just this is facts.
You already know this?
Of course.
All right, let's see. I hope I get this right. I've gotten all of them right so far. But I never had a PS2. That's the only PlayStation I did not have. So, all right, good. San Andreas. All right.
Get these olives away from me.
All right, this is what we'll do. You could eat my hated food, and I'll eat your hated food.
Hey, that touched an olive. I don't like that. Oh, man. All right. Keem said trick questions.
He said PS3, didn't he? Brayden, what's up? You just missed the trivia. That's all right. It was a bunch of old people questions.
I got lucky. Oh, I got so lucky. All right. Let's get to these topics. I'm stressed.
All right, let me know. Do you guys think it's more interesting if Javon has to eat olives? Should we do this every week? And should we make the questions harder?
Or do you guys hate this?
I think when the olives are involved, they might enjoy it a little more. All right. Thank you for joining us in that game.
Says that the answers didn't pop up for me.
Oh, Braden's gone. Came late, left early. All right. Here we go. Here's the title of our video. Henry Cavill. He put this on his Instagram. Can you zoom in a little bit for me? I don't have Javon's eye. My journey. Go ahead. I'll let you read this one.
Oh. Some news to share from the continent. My journey as Geralt of Rivia has been filled with both monsters and adventures, and alas, I will be laying down my medallion and my swords for Season 4. In my stead, the fantastic Mr. Liam Hemsworth will be taking up the mantle of the White Wolf. As with the greatest of literary characters, I pass the torch with reverence for the time spent embodying Geralt and his enthusiasm to see Liam's take on this most fascinating and nuanced of men. Liam Goodsir, this character, has such a wonderful depth to him. Enjoy diving in and seeing what you can find. And being restricted, because that's why he left. Let's get to it.
Go down to some of the comments. Let's see, what are some of the first comments?
Golden Kid.
Been an honor, my friend. Best wishes, my brother. Today is a sad day. Cool. This guy just says cool.
Cool.
All right, cool.
I didn't watch the show.
It's not April 1st, Henry. This is a joke, right? No, sir, no. With a little more enthusiasm. Such a shame. Girl was practically made for you, and you made it your own. Yes. Hemsworth is a great actor, but his role and character is made for one person only, and that's you, Mr. Cavill. Just like Superman.
This is very true.
Do you agree? Was Superman made just for him?
I think so.
No, okay.
Also, how do you guys feel about Henry Cavill? And did you even know that Henry Cavill was playing The Witcher? Anyway,
Well, you should know at least that much.
but if you
And if
watch,
you didn't know,
do you know what The Witcher is? And did you even watch the show? And do you care?
yeah, The
That
Witcher.
girl.
That's that Lord of the Rings spinoff.
Now, for me, I'm very heartbroken because I was very excited when I saw that Henry Cavill was going to be playing Geralt because I saw how passionate he was about the character leading up to the show being released. And he actually is a gamer and he actually knows the source material. He studied the source material. But the problem that's not in this tweet, of course, he's not going to sit here and blast the screen showrunner, the director, writer, whatever. But apparently the showrunner hates the books. She doesn't agree with them. She wanted to do her own little take on it. Y'all see how well that worked out for She-Hulk. Anyway, but basically, Henry wanted to honor Geralt as a character based off of what the books were. And he wanted more lines and interaction as Geralt in the show. Now, the problem is that the screenwriter didn't agree with that. She just wanted Geralt to be there to swing the sword around a couple of times and then disappear into the dust. And Henry wasn't having that. Well, apparently they were having back and forth from season 1 into season 2. And here we have it. He said he's basically he did season 3, but season 4 he's gone because he's tired of fighting it. And because they're not going to allow him to honor Geralt as the character that he's supposed to be and have more dialogue and be his witty, snarky self, and, he doesn't want to play a character that he can't invest himself into, basically. So that's why he's actually leaving. It's not because he was drafted back in as Superman, which we're very excited about as well. But, yeah.
At first I was thinking I could see why it would be frustrating that you have a certain vision for the character. But I was thinking, well, just go ahead. You already done 3 seasons. Keep playing the character, grab the check or whatever. Kind of like Ryan Reynolds did when he did Deadpool in Wolverine Origins. He told the writers, this is a terrible idea to write him this way. And they're like, why? What do you mean? And he's like, what do you mean? Like, it's going to be terrible. You'll see. Yeah. And then they got all this backlash. And then finally they did Deadpool the right way. And he played him again the correct way. But he didn't just leave when they were doing Deadpool the wrong way. But I could also see why you would leave, because if you look, sometimes when a character is done terribly, they'll blame the actor. Just like when a movie's really good. They'll say like, oh, I love, let's say like Leonardo DiCaprio movies. Like he didn't write them or direct them or anything. But he was just in a lot of good movies. They give credit to the actor. In the same way, they'll give credit to the actor for a bad movie. Yeah. Like when a lot of people didn't want Ben Affleck as Batman because they were like, oh, look at Daredevil.
Batfleck.
They were like, it's such a terrible movie, but it's because it was terrible writing. And it was a terrible movie. But everyone blamed Ben Affleck, including myself. I was younger then. I didn't know the difference. But I was just like, oh, no, yeah, I don't want him as Batman.
I like Daredevil with Ben Affleck. I mean, it's probably because it was the only point of reference.
Yeah.
I didn't really watch the cartoons or anything, and but that was my first experience with Daredevil in a property.
Yeah,
so I was like, whatever, sure.
Yeah.
I got to learn his origin.
I mean, as a kid, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But by the time he was casted as Batman, looking back, I realized how corny it was. And I was like, nah, I don't want him playing Batman.
You let your adult views taint your memories.
Yeah, the nostalgia wore off. But anyway, maybe that's why he chose not to do season 4, because there's a chance of people having a bad taste in their mouth about Henry. If the show starts becoming lackluster, they'll say, oh, well, Henry was in that movie. Henry's he ruined the show. They'll blame him for it. Or maybe he just really feels passionately about the character. Take. and if they weren't going to do it the way he envisions the character, he wanted to leave.
I think it's the latter. Yeah, I think it's really because he's like, he's passionate about Geralt as a character and of the property. So, I think it's like a lot of these shows go through. They say conflicts with creative decisions. Basically, like, hey, the actor's like, hey, I think we should do it this way. Director's like, no, this is my show. This is how we're doing it. I'm paying you to do what I asked you to do. Blah blah. Blah.
Yeah.
And the actor's like, nah, bro. I'm not.
Yeah, it never works out when an actor is really passionate about the character. Look at Edward. I'm not gonna say never, but look at Edward Norton when he was like really involved with the Hulk. Like he really liked the source material. He studied the character. He knew how the character should be, and he was asking writers to rewrite things. And apparently this became too much of a hassle, and they just replaced him. He wanted a more serious tone.
We need yes men in the MCU. That's what they said.
Anyway, I guess that's something that happens when people really love the character and they have their vision for what he should be. I guess that causes conflict sometimes.
Yeah.
With the writers and the directors and everyone else. They're like, hey, look, you're an actor. We give you lines. You read your lines. We don't need you to write the show for us.
That's what we call the bad directors. Yeah. I don't need your input.
Yeah.
Look at my Grammys. I mean, Oscars.
All right. Well, let me know what you guys think. Are you willing to watch the show? Are you willing to see season 4 with Thor's brother? Or is season 3 going to be the last season you watch? Liam Hemsworth.
Me personally, I'm kind of on the fence of I don't want to knock it until I try it, but it's not going to be the same.
It's weird seeing someone else's face and like now he's supposed to be the same guy.
Yeah. And it's just, I don't know, just once you get used to seeing a certain actor, especially when they do a great job at that role, then it's like, nah, man, it's like saying, hey, you ain't Hugh Jackman, man. You ain't Wolverine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how
Let's
I feel
see.
about it.
Let's see what happens. I'm interested to see. Does it become a flop after this? Is it a big enough deal that maybe they'll negotiate with him and have him back? We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the next topic. This is also, while we're on the topic of The Witcher, they are remastering The Witcher. When did it first come out? Was it on PS4 or PS3?
PC.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when did it first come to console then?
I think it came to console with The Witcher 2, but don't quote me on that. I do not know. Because The Witcher 2 was the first one that I ever played, which was called The Witcher 2 something Assassin.
Okay.
Assassin of Kings or King Assassin.
So which one are they remastering? The PC?
I would assume so, because I think that's the only platform it released on was PC originally.
Okay.
I think, but either way, I'm excited that they actually announced that they're going to be remaking the first one, because I played in the third one to completion, but I don't know the previous stories from the first two games. So I'm glad that they are doing the first one, because then I can start from the beginning of where they started that trilogy.
Okay.
And I can.
So this is one of those remasters where it makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like The Last of Us Part 1.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I still bought it and played it, but
yeah, or Horizon Zero Dawn.
yeah.
So The Witcher remake. All right, well, that's cool. So this will be the first time what is it coming out on? They don't have a lot of details, they said.
Well,
it just says, yeah, we're doing it.
They just said it's going to be using Unreal Engine 5. And it's part of, I don't know if any of you guys remember, but we actually did cover CD Projekt Red announcing that they were doing a lot of Witcher games, and one of them was codenamed Canis Majoris, which they have in the article up there. And Canis Majoris is actually the Witcher remake. So now we know one of those project code names was actually the Witcher remake.
Okay.
So one of those other code names might be the second game as a remake.
Well, I'm pretty sure this will be available on consoles because
since
it's been coming out, they're since the third one they've been releasing them on console, right?
Yeah.
So when they remaster this,
since the second one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when they remaster this, we could be pretty sure that it'll be on the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox,
Of course.
Series X and S and so on.
Because I guarantee, like, their biggest player base is probably on PlayStation.
Okay.
If I had to put money on it, I'd probably say that's where it's at.
All right. Well, there we go. Let me know. Are you guys excited about the remaster?
Yes. Are you excited to dive into The Witcher 1? And have you ever played The Witcher 1? Are you a Witcher fan at all? If you're not, that's okay. And I feel sorry for you. But I personally will be playing The Witcher 1 remake. Like I said,
I will be too, because I haven't played any of the games. So this would be a good jumping in point for me, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead to our next topic. Fallout 4 is getting a next-gen update. This is another remaster situation. This is every week we're gonna have a new remaster. We should just make this a segment. Remasters of the week.
What's getting a new face paint lift?
Yeah, this
face
is
lift.
So yeah, Fallout 4 is also getting a remaster, but this is good news. So the Fallout 4 is going to be a free update. So it's not like The Last of Us or The Witcher even. This is just going to be a free update. So if you already have the game, then you just get. Oh, it's just a next gen update. So it's not.
It's not like they're re-releasing it on disc or anything.
Okay, this makes sense. So
it's just like a patch.
Yeah, so it's probably going to be a higher frame rate, maybe some better textures and graphics. Let's see, performance mode for, there we go, higher frame rate. Quality mode, bug fixes.
Creation Club content, which is the mods from the PC end. But they already had like mods in there from PC on the console side. You could actually access them in the game, which was pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is coming out 2023.
Yeah. Sometime in 2023. No idea when, but if I had to guess, I'd probably say like mid-summer to end of the year.
Okay.
Because Bethesda's working on a lot of projects right now. So I'm guessing this is just kind of something they're doing on the side, but they've got, dang, I forgot the name of that game. But
67 or 76?
No. That big game they got that's supposed to be like you're in space.
Starfield.
Yeah, Starfield. They got that coming out. That's their like heavy hitter.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're also working on something else. My brain is just gone right now. But anyway, Fallout next gen update. Are you excited about it? Are you looking forward to it? What do you want to do?
Let us know in the comments.
Me personally, I played the game for a couple of hours.
I Am Him said he can't wait.
Oh yeah,
all Fallout.
Yes, he plays 76, and he did ask me to join him on 76.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to try to make that leap eventually. I know we definitely gonna play Division 2 together.
The Golden Kid said you should stream it.
I think he was talking about The Witcher. I ain't streaming Fallout.
Oh, okay. Oh, you was talking about The Witcher then?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
I thought he was talking about The Witcher.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead to our next topic. This is some not so good news. Looks like Uncharted is Sony's weakest PC launch so far. So the biggest game for a PlayStation, when PlayStation 3 came out, they had Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 came out for it. Then when the PS4 came out, a huge game on the PS4 was Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like almost like their new mascot. And they've been porting a lot of Sony titles over to the PC lately, and their biggest PlayStation title was their weakest PC port. Scroll down a little bit until you see this chart of game releases right there. There you go. So this is all the other ports that they've done. On the top, number one, the one that did the best was God of War.
Of course.
Not surprising. We have Spider-Man, the remaster. That's not surprising either. Spider-Man's a big name in even outside of gaming. And then we have Horizon Zero Dawn.
Beat out Uncharted.
Yeah, and Days Gone, which is like EBT The Last of Us. Is that accurate? No, it's a good game.
That's trifling. I just want to say to all the Days Gone fans that have been petitioning for a sequel, don't take that personal.
I haven't played the game, and I'm a huge. Well, I started. I didn't beat the game.
Oh, okay.
When I didn't beat a game, I'll just say I didn't play
How
it.
could you label it like that?
I'm all about The Last of Us. Anyway, it's just it's crazy. Lost Legacy, which by the way is 2 games. That's Uncharted 4 and The Lost Legacy.
Yeah, that's a combo.
Yeah,
it did less than.
It's still
That's terrible.
Still didn't do as good. You know what I think it is PC gamers, if they're like PC exclusively and they haven't been playing console games, they haven't played 1, 2, and 3, and maybe they don't want to jump in on number 4. That could be it, right? Like I could see myself doing that. Like I was really hesitant to play God of War because God of War started on like the PS2, right? I didn't play any of the PS2 games. I didn't play any of the PS3 games. Yeah. And then this game comes out for PS4, so I'm like, I'm way behind. Now finally, I just watched a recap series on
all the games.
On all the games.
Yeah.
I watched a few of those videos, and once I felt like I had a good grasp of what the story was and who the characters were, then I started this game. And I know they say, oh no, this is a new story, it's a new setting, new characters. But his background plays like a big part in this game where he's like...
they do touch on his background throughout the game.
Even at the very beginning, like when he's kind of wrapping his arm with the bandages.
Yeah.
Like I had no idea what that meant. And then when I watched the story, I'm like, oh, that's why he was wrapping.
I know what you thought it meant.
What?
You're like, oh, it's Joel from The Last of Us.
Oh yeah, he's just patching himself up. Yeah.
Where's his backpack?
Yeah. Yeah, you're like half dead, bleeding out. You like wrap yourself, and then you're just full health immediately.
Video game logic.
All you need is some gauze. That's it. But anyway, it's ironic, but I guess not too surprising. I guess what's more surprising is that Horizon Zero Dawn and Days Gone beat out Uncharted. But like I said, if I had to guess, I would say it's because it's the 4th in the series. People didn't play 1, 2, and 3, and therefore are probably not super excited about playing number 4. What do you think?
I could definitely see that because I'm kind of the same way. It's like since I've had my PS5, when Horizon Forbidden West came out, I had Zero Dawn, but I would always play like when Aloy became an adult or a teenager or whatever after going through the little child prologue when she was a kid, and then I'd stop playing it and I just kept playing something else every single time. But I was like, man, I don't want to jump into Forbidden West until I know what happened in Zero Dawn. So I literally was like, all right, that's it. I'm just gonna play Zero Dawn and get through it. And I was kind of mad I waited that long because the game's actually fire. And it was pretty good. I liked the story.
That's how I feel about God of War. I'm getting through God of War. I'm like, man, this game is really good.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of glad I waited this long because as soon as I beat it, Ragnarok will be out. And I can just play it right away. I don't have to wait like the rest of you.
Yeah. And you never get that first time experience back either.
Yeah.
So, but...
That's what she said.
Yeah. Oh, what? So Uncharted.
The volume's all the way down. Not that one.
Watch your profanity.
There's no profanity. No profanities there. All right.
So, but yeah, I think it's if you think about it, if it wasn't for that, say that they put Uncharted 1 on PC and they gave it a little glow up or whatever. If you think about it, if Uncharted 1 was higher on the list, Days Gone would be at the bottom, which is where everybody would expect it to be. But Yeah, that could be a very good reason because it's like, dude, why would you release the end of the story and not release 1, 2, and 3?
And it's not like they released the second one.
Yeah.
And it's just the first one. It's like 3 parts are missing.
Yeah.
Where's The Last of Us on this list?
Nowhere.
They did not make the top, whatever, 5, top 4. Yeah, it's not on the list.
It's not even on there.
Did they do the PC port already?
No. Actually, no, they didn't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm interested to see where that lands because that's The Last of Us 1. It's not 2. It's not a sequel.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see.
I think it's gonna do good. If I had to place a bet on it,
Go back to that chart. Where does it go? Where does it rank in this chart?
I would say The Last of Us Part 1 is probably going to beat out Spider-Man.
It'll be right under God of War.
It'll either be right under God of War or it's gonna be above it. It's
Okay.
hard to say, but I think Last of Us Part 1 could possibly end up being the top game as far as PC ported Sony exclusives. If not, it's definitely gonna be second.
Okay. Go ahead. Pick your prediction and then lock it in. Then we'll come back and revisit this when it releases on PC. I'm saying
I'm gonna say it's gonna be second
me
to
too.
God of War.
Okay, me too. I was gonna say second to God of War.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how big the I don't know, the show's coming out. If there's a lot of interest in the show, I'm gonna say under God of War, in between Spider-Man and God of War. So it'll be the second best PC port. All right, we'll revisit that and we'll see if our prediction is correct. Let's go ahead to the next topic. Call of Duty. If you buy the physical copy, if you're one of those gamers who insist on having the physical copy, and you went and got Modern Warfare 2, all you got was a blank disc, basically. It's got 72 megabytes of nothing. And then you still have to download the game. So
Yeah.
I always felt like other games were doing this because you buy a game and then it's got like 100 gig install. Like look at Red Dead. Like why do we have 2 discs and then it's still like 200 gigs of an installation? If the data is supposed to be on the disc, right? Doesn't the disc hold like 50 gigs of data?
Well, that's not every game. Mm-hmm. Because I'll tell you, for instance, as an example, Final Fantasy VII Remake is 2 discs. There's a data disc to install the game, and then there was the game disc. As a matter of fact, I think Red Dead Redemption 2 was like that.
Okay.
I think it was a data disc, and then it was the game itself.
Yeah.
What they're saying with Modern Warfare 2 is that there is no data disc. It's just it's just a disc with 72 megabytes, which is not a gig. It's not even near a gig. It's not even half a gig on this disc. And basically that you could just frisbee that disc out the window. Honestly, I think it's like some kind of push that Activision is trying to push people towards digital only.
Well, let me explain to you why another reason why it's better to have the physical copy. Some people want it because they just want to have a collection of games. But here's a really important thing. When you have the physical copy, you own the game, right? What a lot of people don't know is whenever you buy a digital copy, it's convenient. You could download it, you could swap between games fast, but you don't own that game. You own a license to play that game. So if at any point they decide to take it off the store, they decide to just stop supporting that game, that's it, it's gone. There's nothing you can do about it. If you have a physical copy, then you can pop that game in anytime you want.
There's nothing you can do about it legally.
Yeah. So it's a problem for if you want to own the games that you buy, you don't want like a temporary license to play them.
Yeah.
And it's also a problem for preserving games. Preservation of video games is a big deal. You know, movies get preserved, they get remastered, they have the original film rolls stored and stuff like that. There's like a history and a preservation of like film.
Yeah.
They don't do the same thing with video games. There's games that have been lost that communities are actively trying to preserve. That's a really interesting topic to dive into alone. Is just the preservation work that the community is doing by installing these games. Some people are just trying to rebuild games from scratch, finding old files and trying to rebuild it as it was. I was just reading an article. They were doing this with a game. Do you know what I'm talking about? They're rebuilding a game from scratch. Demon Souls for the PS3. They're like rebuilding it bit by bit from scratch. Matter of fact, just this morning, I was watching a video of somebody remaking The Simpsons Hit and Run. Did you ever play that game?
No, but they already remade Demon Souls though.
I don't know. This,
Were they just talking about doing the actual PS3 version of it?
I think the PS3 version.
Because the PS5 version is vastly superior.
Okay. Well, as far as what, frame rate or
Everything, graphics,
okay.
gameplay.
There's some stuff they add. I don't know the details of the Demon Souls one, but there's a lot of games that just are not being preserved. Or like PlayStation Home, that's a good example. PlayStation Home, once they got rid of PlayStation Home, that's it. It was gone. And that's more because it's like an online thing. So once they shut down the servers, then it's gone.
Yeah, that was never a physical game.
But you know, there's somebody who saved all the files and was able to like rebuild the game. Did you see that? So somebody has a copy of PlayStation Home running, and there's people on there.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, preservation and ownership are the main two reasons you want physical discs. So if they're starting this trend of you're buying the physical copy, but you still only own a digital copy, then you're paying to own the game, but then in exchange, you're only getting a license to play the game. So that's not cool. On top of that, you know, you take up space on your hard drive, which you were probably hoping to free up by having a physical copy of the game. And then you end up downloading a 100 gig file anyway. And it's a waste of materials as well. I mean, you're printing off a case, you're using a CD, a Blu-ray disc that's supposed to hold up to 50 gigs, maybe more at this point, of information. And it's just being wasted with 72 megabytes of data. And then you're just getting the stuff off the internet anyway.
Yeah. Terrible.
What's your take?
I don't have anything to say about this. I think it's just stupid.
Yeah, not nice. Very rude of them to waste a disc like that, a Blu-ray disc, and put 72 megabytes, and then thought nobody was going to notice. Thought they were just going to sneak past us like that.
I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't have noticed until I saw this article. I was like, woohoo!
I probably wouldn't have noticed either, to be honest. I'd have been like, what's going on? Why is it 100 gig? Oh, well. All right, that's Call of Duty. That's what they've been up to. Let's go ahead to our next story. Final Fantasy. Go ahead.
It's not about Final Fantasy, but
that's what they use for the
yeah,
that's what they use for the picture. I just screamed the first words I saw.
Square Enix says that the Japanese market doesn't bring in enough revenue, and the company has to focus on games with global appeal.
Yeah, so they're shutting down their what is it? One of their game studios or?
No, I think this is just a comment they made. They didn't say anything about shutting anything down.
Oh, okay.
They're just saying that as far as generating revenue for the publisher, they only want to focus on games that have global appeal that, you know, everybody around the world likes, and not just the Japanese market.
Okay. What are some of the first retweets or the first comments here? Zoom in a bit.
It says, laugh out loud. Maybe, just maybe, if they got their games on multi-platform, things would be different. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, of course, if it's on multi-platform, then there's going to be
yeah, they are. A lot of the
sales.
Games are kind of stuck on PlayStation.
Well, if they're going to get rid of them completely, maybe try the multi-platform thing first to see if you get any money out of it. This guy says, Guntank says, there is some truth, though. The Japanese market for gaming isn't as strong as it once was. General game sales have been low since the Japanese gaming market is overwhelmingly focused on mobile gaming.
I could see that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if they're focused on mobile games, then maybe they're not putting out the Metal Gear Solids anymore. You know, those types of games, that caliber of games anymore.
Yeah.
And they're focused more on, when they say mobile games, do they mean like cell phones?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a shame.
They're not talking about the Switch.
Because Japan produced some of the best stories in the 90s. Like PlayStation 1, when you think of the best games that generation, it was mostly
a
like
lot
Japanese
of,
games.
Resident Evil, Japanese.
Silent Hill.
Mostly all the good
Silent
horror
Hill.
games that you know of today are all from Japanese.
Yeah.
Uh,
So the fact that they shifted their focus to like, I don't know, what are they doing? Candy Crush now? Like they're focusing on mobile games, and we won't
Well-
get those great stories anymore.
Candy Crush is from some weird studio that's part of Activision.
I know I'm not saying Candy Crush
Yeah,
specifically,
yeah.
but you know that type of game where there's no story, there's no, you know, it's just like a mindless thing to kill some time. You know.
Yeah.
That's a shame because they gave us some really good stories. Imagine a world without Metal Gear Solid.
I think what the article is more so saying is that they don't want to focus on games that are specifically tailored to the Japanese
Okay.
because the market for, I guess, their catalog of games, instead of focusing on just the Japanese market, like they said, they want to focus on games that have global appeal, so that appeal to everybody around the globe and not just the Japanese, because the revenue just from Japan isn't enough to sustain them.
Okay.
I think that's what they're trying to say.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. I could see a lot of people being upset about this. I personally was more into the American games anyway. My favorite games are like Naughty Dog games, Uncharted, The Last of Us. What are some other games? Oh, Rockstar. Like anything Rockstar puts out. A lot of Ubisoft games. So, I mean...
Well, we won't even say American. We'll just say Western games. But that's
Western.
basically how they usually describe it. It's either Western or Asian.
Okay.
Because Ubisoft is part of like
Montreal. And there's like a bunch
France.
of... yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Western.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to our next topic. Is it more Call of Duty? Okay, Call of Duty broken the past concurrent player on stream. So it did really well on PC for the first time in a while. They had 255,000, so 250,000 people were on at one time.
Yeah, that's the concurrent player count.
Right.
The 24-hour peak is the same, and the all-time peak is the same.
Yeah, 255, 436.
But apparently that's at launch. So
Right. So it's not going to be like this all the time, of course, but
yeah.
And I think they're comparing this to past Call of Duty games. By far the biggest launch ever for the franchise on PC. Maybe most impressively, it's doing it at $70.
Yep. And that's why Sony's so nervous.
Oh, yeah.
This is why they're nervous.
Yeah.
Because if Xbox gets Call of Duty, it's over, man.
Yeah, Warzone is just making it more popular now because people... That's how I got into Call of Duty, was with Black Ops 4.
Yeah.
Which was their first...
Which started that open world fighting multiplayer trend.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember you sent me the code
Yeah.
to play because you had pre-ordered it, so you got a code to play the beta.
Yeah.
And I think they gave you like 3 extra codes to share with friends.
Yeah.
And you gave me one of them. And
it was awesome.
They converted me to a Call of Duty gamer after that.
Man, I ain't been on there since the last time we played Warzone when they had us on that little island.
Oh yeah. Those
Yeah.
were the good old days. They used to come over to your house on the weekends or whatever, and
Used to
just
have
stay
your
up all
own
night.
monitor set up.
Yeah, I used to
I
come with
played
the
on the
monitor,
TV.
and we play right next to each other. But it's gonna be a sad day when we're not able to do that anymore. I wonder if they'll at least let us play Warzone or something. Maybe the campaigns won't be available.
Warzone's gonna be around for a while.
Yeah.
That's like they're
Because-
just kind of like tagging that on with every Call of Duty as like a
And
extra thing.
The more available players they have, the better the game is, especially with an online-based game like
Yeah.
Warzone. So if you remove the entire player base of PlayStation, it's a lot less people to match with online.
Yeah.
You may be spending a little more time in lobbies waiting to get matched. So maybe they'll leave Warzone and then say the campaigns are exclusive to Xbox or PC.
But yeah, there's another interesting thing about Modern Warfare 2 is that they're saying that the Xbox and PC guys are not able to disable crossplay, but PlayStation players are. So if they don't want to crossplay with Xbox and PC players, they can go in their options and take it off.
What do you think that's implying?
That PlayStation has still got some special little deal with Activision.
Okay.
And that's like another thing that they're probably like, well, hey, they didn't want to do crossplay anyway, so get them out of here.
Give them what they want.
Kick them to the curb.
All right. Well, congrats, Modern Warfare 2. There was a lot of hype around this game. That's no surprise that it's doing well. Call of Duty, one of those franchises that just continues to adapt and grow and stay relevant throughout all these years. All right, let's go ahead. Next story. God of War Ragnarok will feature a transmog armor system. Do you know what that means?
Yes, this is like one of the most requested features in any game that has RPG elements that allow you to change the appearance of your character. Now, let me explain to you noobs that don't know what transmog is. Transmog is basically like, say you're playing a game, okay, you find an armor set for your character. You're like, oh man, I like the way that looks. I want to play with that armor set the entire game. I don't want to change it. But then you find some better armor that has better stats, but it's ugly. You're like, well, it defends my character better, so I'm just going to go ahead and wear it. I don't have a choice. Well, transmog basically allows you to transfer the stats of that worse looking armor to the armor that you actually like. So basically, you can wear the same armor continuously throughout the entire game. Instead of being like, oh man, I got to wear this one because it's got better stats and I just got to settle. Yeah, that's basically what transmog is.
A good example of a game that has transmog is, go ahead to that next tab. This is the first game that came to mind. Spider-Man.
Yes.
So you can pick any suit in this game, and then you see on the side you got the suit power and the suit mods. Now, when you first get the suit, they come with particular powers and mods, but you can swap them and add them to any suit. So this is what God of War will have now. God of War, as the way it is in the first game, is like you said, there's certain armor or certain things that you wear that have certain abilities. So you might like the way another one looks, but you're going to wear this one because this does what you need it to do. Whereas Spider-Man, from the very beginning, you say, okay, I really like this suit, but I don't really like the suit power. So I'm going to use the suit power from like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man, but I'm going to attach it to, the Iron Spider suit or whatever. So anyway, this is what transmog looks like in practice. And this will now be available in God of War Ragnarok, right?
Yes.
All right. Let's go ahead on to our next topic. The Callisto Protocol has been banned in Japan over violence. Devs refused to censor the game.
Thank the Lord.
Yeah, they wanted to. That's usually what they do. They censor the game and then they release a censored version without blood or something. I think Uncharted, the first game, was like that. There's certain versions of the game when you shoot someone, blood comes out of them. Yeah, and there's other versions of the game where you shoot them, there's no blood.
That ain't why they banning it.
It's not because of the blood splatter.
Nah, it's because of, and if you watch, okay, so the studio that is making Callisto Protocol, of course, if you don't know the history behind it, the co-CEO or founder of Striking Distance Studios co-created the original Dead Space. So there's a lot of similarities between Dead Space and Callisto Protocol. Now, getting that out the way, basically, why they're trying to, well, they're not trying to, they are banning the game over the violence is because the game is very, very brutal as far as like death animations, the violence in the game, the skin deformation, all of that stuff. It's not just the blood. It's way worse. And they actually are releasing a docuseries. I recommend you check it out when you get a chance, where they're actually talking about the brutality of the game and why they feel they needed to have that, what they're basically trying to achieve with Callisto Protocol, which I salute them for that because I hate when games censor themselves. It waters down the vision of what they had for the game, and it just doesn't. It doesn't. Well, basically, what I just said, it waters down the vision.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not the original idea.
Now, I don't know, because I've seen trailers of the Callisto Protocol, and it looks a lot like Dead Space. So, was Dead Space banned in Japan?
Yes.
It was?
Yes.
Okay, so then it's no surprise
you
that they're...
cannot play Dead Space 1 in Japan.
So it's no surprise. Are they usually more strict about violence? Do they have like a lower tolerance for like gory stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm letting you know right now, Callisto Protocol makes Dead Space 1's violence look like child's play. It's
Okay.
like Dead Space 1 might as well be a Disney movie.
So it's for sure getting an M rating.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's very interesting. I didn't know Japan was so strict about violence. I think they were probably the ones who didn't have the blood in Uncharted. You would just shoot someone, and
Nah, I wouldn't say that they're like that crazy like about blood because they did have like in Devil May Cry when you're fighting the demons bleed when you fight them in Devil May Cry.
okay.
And,
I was gonna say, but they're not
Resident
human.
Evil.
But neither are these monsters.
Resident Evil. There's blood in Resident Evil.
Okay.
When you get bit, they had death animations in Resident Evil 4 and all that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just this game. I'm telling you, if you watch the docu-series that they got out, it's on YouTube.
What is it called? What do you type in to find it?
You just type in Callisto Protocol docu-series.
Okay, I'm gonna check that.
They've
out.
only got one.
Oh, here we go.
episode
Here's an image.
Yeah.
Sure, this is not the worst of it.
Nah,
But
this is nothing.
Gives you an idea. Very, very vague idea of what to expect.
This isn't a reason to get banned.
Yeah, the muscular monster. That's all.
What's wrong with you, Japan? Nah.
All right. Well, I guess it's no surprise if because this is basically Dead Space to me with a new name. So if Dead Space got banned in Japan, then it's no surprise that Callisto Protocol gets banned.
This is better. This is way better.
No disrespect. All right, let's go ahead to our next story. PlayStation and Discord integration is likely March 8th. So I think this is a leak. This accidentally came out when, let's see, the clarification from the sources. Following last week's update, they showed the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 integration via Discord on the mobile app. So if you go down, this accidentally popped up, I think, before it should have. And it says, reconnect PlayStation to enable new features. And it gives you the option of choosing the PlayStation 5 or the PlayStation 4. It's weird because they partnered with Discord a while ago. At one time, I thought they acquired them or that they merged or something. But this type of integration was already available on the Xbox, right? And now it's finally coming to PlayStation. Anyway, this is a leak. Go back up. You can expect to see this on the next update, which would be March 8th in just a few months. It's a 7.0 update. So when 7.0 comes out, we'll finally have PlayStation and Discord integration if this leak is correct. That's all.
Cool.
Are you excited about this?
Not really. I want to be excited about it, but I don't really use Discord other than submitting topics for our show.
Yeah. We use Discord for our show. Yeah, we submit topics and stuff. I'm interested to see what exactly the integration is like. Maybe we could use this as a way to to connect with our viewers,
Our fan base.
with our fans. Yeah.
We need to have our own Discord for our console babble, our babble gang viewers.
Yeah, maybe you guys can submit some topics too, like stuff you want to see us talk about. But yeah, maybe this could be a way to do it through the PlayStation. I'm sure everyone watching us has a PlayStation. Maybe we could do it that way where they could submit topics, or maybe they could just share, little clips of games they're playing and stuff like that. A way for us to all hang out on there.
Yeah,
but
it's another way to really because as far as I know, I've never been part of any Discord group. But Discord usually, from what I see, seems to be like a meeting spot for people that have similar interests,
right,
in certain things. Like there's Discords for anime groups, there's Discords for people that like horror movies. You know,
It's kind of like the comment section of this video, but you can only have a conversation under this video. And then when a new video is posted, that conversation's gone.
Yeah.
So it's like a comment section for the channel instead of for a particular video.
Yeah.
Is the way I see it. So anyway, we'll see how that works. I'm going to be playing around with this once it comes out and figure out how we could integrate it with the channel. If not, I'll eventually make some Discord officially for the channel itself.
yes.
Not just the one that
And
me
then
and
we'll
you
have
use.
a discourse on Discord.
We got to play the boom. That's all right. Don't go searching for it. She's gonna look for it anyway.
There's got to be something on here. Something I can.
Sure. Yeah.
I'll take that. I'll take that L.
All right. Let's go ahead to our next topic. All right. This is our second to last. So this is a job listing from Naughty Dog. Just scroll all the way to the bottom. There we go. Bonus skills. Under bonus skills, it says proven experience in a production supporting a AAA free-to-play live title. So it looks like they're working on a free-to-play live title from Naughty Dog.
Oh man, what does that sound like?
What could it be? I wonder. Could it be?
Could it be that Last of Us multiplayer? What? Oh,
So we know they're working on The Last of Us 2 multiplayer or Factions 2 or whatever they're going to call it. We don't know what the name of it is going to be. Maybe they're just going to call it Factions. But they've been talking about this game since like 2019.
Yeah.
They said it was going to be part of The Last of Us 2. Then The Last of Us 2 came out. Then they said they're adding it for a year later. They said a year later there's gonna be an update. They're gonna add. Then they said, oh, it got so big. Our ambitions were way too big, and we made it its own game. Then we didn't hear anything. Then they talked about it on stage, and I think that was the last time we heard of it. Where they said we're working on it. It's really big. It's really massive.
yeah.
And that's it. Now we know it's gonna be free to play. And we don't know, but we have a pretty good indicator that's going to be free to play. You can stay at the bottom page.
I mean, what else
highlight that
they be
first bullet point
working
under
on
bonus skills.
That's a multiplayer game and it's free to play.
Other than
It can't be Uncharted. I don't think it's Uncharted.
No. Yeah, it's gonna be The Last of Us. And
It ain't Crash Bandicoot.
they don't even have the rights to that anymore. That's Activision now. Oh, Activision. That's Sony. That's why they're really panicking. It's not Call of Duty. They're gonna lose their mascot.
We're gonna lose our mascot.
Open up a new tab real quick. Did you ever see this game? Go to YouTube. That looks like the Last of Us Online. It looks like what was it called?
Don't say H1Z1 or something.
No. It's called The Day After. The day
before.
The day before.
It's supposed to be like the Division
Gameplay.
but with an actual outbreak. That's what I think it looks like. It looks
Play
like
that.
The
Just
Division.
play it on mute. Yeah, it's already on mute. Skip around to we actually see some actual gameplay. Skip to the middle somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so this is what I imagine the game will probably look like that Naughty Dog's working on. It'll probably be like really polished, looking like this. Hopefully open world. Hopefully multiple ways of traversing the world. There's some gunplay. That's okay. Just let it play. You could get in a car. You could drive. You could get out. You can walk. I was looking forward to this game, but I saw this guy who put a video together explaining why we should not pre-order this game and why we shouldn't trust these developers.
Because it's vaporware.
Have you heard about them?
No, but I know that the game it's been shown off at several like games conferences, and they did like little gameplay trailers like this one here, where they showed a lot of gameplay, and then the game just went dark. And it's like you don't hear anything about it, which is not really unusual for a big game to do. I mean, a lot of companies will put out snippets of gameplay and then they'll just disappear, and all of a sudden they'll come back out like, hey, we're about to release the game. Here's some more trailers.
Yeah.
But this game here is just like, as far as I know, the developers don't really have anything big like this under their belt,
Right.
from previous titles that they've developed. And then out of nowhere, they're like developing this crazy
Well,
looking game.
also, there was a game developer, an actual game developer, who did like an analysis of this, and he says that they are showing this off as if it's gameplay, but this is all pre-rendered. And not only are they showing it off as gameplay, but they're showing it off that it's going to be live. You're going to be doing all this online. He pointed out for many reasons the level of detail, the speed of everything, the frame. There's so much stuff. They said this would be almost impossible with the current technology we have for a game to look this good and to be played online. And there's certain things that are giveaways to a game developer anyway, that he points out to show that this is pre-rendered, but they're passing it off to look like live gameplay. But we're basically just watching a cutscene right now.
Wow.
Yeah, so, and like you said, the game developers don't have any games this big under their belt. They had like a few indie-looking games that were really small. The graphics were really terrible, and they stopped supporting them. They did a lot of pre-orders. They sold, and then they had a whole chart of like, this comes out this month, and like promising all this support.
Yeah.
And then they just like pulled out. It's like they collected their paycheck and dipped. And they've done this multiple times for multiple games. So anyway, I'm just giving a warning because I'm using this as an example, but it is fun to look at and imagine that if any game company can do this, it would be Naughty Dog. They could put something together that looks like this and that plays smoothly. So hopefully we get something like this. If anybody who's going to make it reality, it's going to be.
I don't think Naughty Dog would have vehicles in theirs.
You don't think they'll put vehicles?
Nah.
I think so. For an open world game with.
Nah, they like to make things too realistic. Nah, we want them to struggle and run around for hours.
Yeah, I mean, but Joel drove a truck. And The Last of Us 2, there was a whole thing in there where they were driving a car.
Yeah.
They don't last long. They always get wrecked after a few minutes.
True. That's true.
There's some car play. Oh, Uncharted 4. You're in that Jeep just driving around the whole most of the game.
But not in multiplayer.
Yeah, not multiplayer. Yeah, but this is a whole. They've never done a live service free to play game, so we have no idea what to expect from them. We can't use Factions or Uncharted 4 as a reference point.
That's true.
Anyway,
I would say expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to happen.
I'm waiting to hear anything about this game. Let me know if you guys are excited about Uncharted. I meant The Last of Us multiplayer. Let me know if you played the first one, and let me know if you're like me and you still play the multiplayer for the first one, because I still, right now I have The Last of Us Part 1 and I have The Last of Us Remastered both installed, because I go to play the remastered for the multiplayer, and then I play, I was playing the story for Part 1.
Yeah, and if you like the multiplayer, it's the only way you can play it, really.
Yeah, that's the only way. I was kind of disappointed they didn't put it on Part 1. I'm like, you guys want to sell us the game again for $70 and say you completely rebuilt it, but then you didn't bother putting the multiplayer, who has an active fan base since 2013.
Well, that's the same thing they did with the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Because Mass Effect 3 had multiplayer.
Yeah, they don't ever remaster the multiplayer.
Yeah, but they took it out because they said it was just too much. And as far as
$70 is too much.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
Sorry,
they were saying like it
you.
was too much for them to do, and if they were going to do it, they wanted to do it right, but it was going to push the development time out even further to have to do it.
That's all right. We'll wait.
Yeah, exactly.
We already played Part 1,
but
so we can wait.
At the end of the day, it's not the actual people doing the groundwork that don't want to do it. It comes down to the heads of the studios.
We're like, put it out. We need to make money.
Yeah.
But like, what's the rush? You already made money from The Last of Us. We're not in a rush. We played it already. We hear there's a remaster coming. We're like, all right, yeah, that's cool. I would like to play it a little more polished. But if you're really that antsy, go back and play the first one or play the remaster.
Yeah.
But take your time. You're going to charge me for a new game. You're going to polish it or whatever. Take your time and do the multiplayer. So I could play that with some updated,
That's right.
graphics and whatnot.
Because it's like Miyamoto-san said, a bad game. Well, no, he said, a delayed game is eventually a good game, but a bad game is bad forever. He said that a long time ago. That's a Nintendo quote. It's very historic.
Nintendo is known for having polished games.
Yes.
There's never a day one patch and all this nonsense.
Yeah. I mean, they do have patches on the Switch on games.
Yeah, but not a day one.
Yeah,
where it's like the game is broken.
Nah.
Yeah. All right. Last story.
That wasn't the last story?
It wasn't. We got one more.
Oh, these tricky
There we go.
tabs.
We got this one.
Oh, man, I want to read this one.
Go ahead.
All right, so there's a new studio. I don't know what they're called, but the game that they're making is called Paranormal Tales. Now, we're going to let you guys see this little clip here. It's a minute long, so it's not that long.
Go ahead and put this. Go ahead and put the sound on.
Yeah, there's no music.
Yeah.
Teddy!
By the way, this is gameplay, by the way.
Teddy, come on now.
Jason.
Teddy.
Jason.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah. Oh, I think it's hilarious that they're
Don't play PT.
yeah, their name is "Don't Play This Game." But they're putting out a challenge to these YouTube streamers that like to play horror games, and they're saying, "Hey,
Advertise for us.
Yeah,
Basically,
hey, play our game and spread the word of mouth."
Hold on, real quick. A Dork Warrior said he wants the Crash Bandicoot MMORPG. He also said that they want us to spend $70 and then 3 months later spend another $70. They don't want you playing the same game for 9 years. That's true. But that's what I'm doing. I've been playing the same game.
Or Dork Warrior, maybe they do want us playing the same game. Why do we have all these remakes and remasters?
Yeah.
It's like they can't come up with anything original anymore. It's
But back to
becoming like
this.
the movie market. But yeah.
The remakes and
Yeah.
the live action version of such and such, which is basically a remaster.
Yeah.
This reminds me of the clip that we just played a couple of weeks ago of the Unreal Engine 5 and the guy who's like shooting the gun.
Yeah.
And it looked like GoPro
Yeah,
footage.
because they said right there, it's play our body cam style horror game.
Just mute it, but you could keep looping it, but you can mute it.
I did.
Okay. What'd you say?
Yeah, it's because the demo we watched was the body cam. It was like a body cam.
Was it this
style.
developer?
No, it was a different developer.
Okay.
But it's still the same style.
Right,
It's like
right.
body cam, basically.
This kind of reminds me of like the found footage genre that became really popular in
Blair
movies.
Witch
Yeah, Blair Witch, and then Paranormal
Cloverfield.
Activity, Cloverfield.
Yeah.
And this is called Paranormal Tales.
Which is hilarious that they're abbreviating it as PT. If anybody ever played PT, that was one of the greatest horror demos that Kojima and Guillermo del Toro produced.
Maybe that's what they're doing on purpose. They're kind of hoping to
Yeah.
steal some of their.
Oh, they definitely are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a scary game.
It's genius.
Yeah. So Paranormal Tales, and yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see where this goes. I'm not sure how I feel right now about like the GoPro found footage in gaming. I'm interested. I'm definitely very interested to see how it plays.
Maybe we could stream it.
Yeah,
No, I couldn't do that.
Wish list.
I don't care if the lights is on and it's a whole family gathering in here. I am not playing that game.
This also reminds me of Slender Man. Wasn't there a game?
Yeah.
The guy just keeps popping up no matter which way you look.
Yeah, but I'm
that's
less
what's going on
afraid
here.
of-
She's some old lady and she keeps popping
No,
up
but
everywhere you look.
that girl looks like Sadako from The Ring. the long hair and the nightgown thing.
Yeah. Then she was on top of the
And
roof.
she's crab walking backwards.
Yeah.
I can't do
Oh
it.
yeah, that was really creepy when she like sprinted towards you there. All right, let me know if you guys are into horror games and if this looks interesting to you. Let me know what you think about body cam. Ugh. Let me know what you think about the body cam footage. This guy relaxes like way too quick though. Like she just sprinted at him and he goes in the house like, anyway.
Well, no, it was
A cut?
A cut.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I'm like, he calmed down way too fast.
Yeah.
I'd still be running at full speed.
I wanted to know who Teddy was, but whatever. We'll play
Teddy, what has gotten into him?
because he's out running out in the woods. Teddy, Teddy.
Kind of reminds me of Heavy Rain. Remember,
yeah.
you press X, Jason,
Yeah.
Jason, press X to Jason.
There actually was a movie called Jason X. Anyway.
Yeah. All right, that's all for this episode. Let's see, we started a little early, which means we finish a little early. Let me know what you guys think of this episode. Do you like, or what you think of the timing, actually? Is 11 a good time to start or a good time to wrap up? I know what Javon thinks.
Yes.
Let me know. We can start our shows at midnight from now on.
Oh Lord, no.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us. Means a lot. Thank you, Dork Warrior. I see you in the comments all the time. It's good to finally see you on a live stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a...
I'll never see him in the chat.
No, not in the chat. He's in the chat today, but he watches the videos when we post them. But he's
Gotcha.
with us live today. Thank you, Dork Warrior. Thank you, Golden Child.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Dork
Braden, for joining us for 2 minutes. Thank you.
I am him.
I am him.
Golden
Yes.
Kid.
And Metallic Keem.
And Dowsif.
Yes.
All
and
y'all.
anybody else? Z Murder, if you're on here.
Oh yeah, Z Murder.
Yeah. He never commented, so I don't know if he joined us or not.
He did comment one thing.
He did?
Well, I think he said I'm on here or something.
Okay. Well, thanks for joining, everybody. And for those of you who are watching this after I've posted it, who did not join us live, thanks for watching the recording. And we will see you guys on the next episode. Peace.